dear kids, how are you all? So let us proceed with today's class, and today we are going to learn the last part of the first chapter, that is Know Your Planet. So we are going to learn about what is the last part and what else can you know about your planet. So before that, let us recapitulate about what we learned in the previous class.
So let us start with today's class. There are different types of maps. So as you know, there are different types of maps. The first one is physical map. Physical map shows the physical features of a place such as mountains, plateaus, then it shows about plains and rivers. So the next one is the political map. Political map shows about the countries. So political map shows about countries, cities and towns. Next is climatic map. It shows about the general information about climate and rainfall of a region. So it is shown in the climatic maps. So the next one is, besides these there are maps that tell us about the industries, which are called as industrial map, wildlife map, which tells us about the mineral map, then soil map, and then forest maps. So it tells us about the forest of a region. Maps give us a lot of information about a country or a place. So every map has some basic features. So they are as follows. Let us see these basic features. First one is directions. So all maps follow a system of directions. Let us see which are those. The four major directions are north, south, east and west. These are the four major directions. The top of the map is north, the bottom of the map is south, the east is to the right and west is to the left. So the directions on a map can also be shown by an arrow mark. So N, which stands for north, N points towards the north direction. The other directions are then easy to find. If you find the north direction, you can easily find the other directions. We can also mark the four intermediate directions on a map. Let us see which are those. Northeast lies between north and east. Northwest, it lies between north and west. Then southeast, which lies between south and east. Southwest, it lies between south and west. So next one is scale. Let us learn about scale. Scale, it is not possible to show the actual size of the earth on a map because the earth is too large. So that is why, let us suppose that the ground distance between Delhi and Agra is about 200 kilometers. It is not possible to show these cities at 200 kilometers from each other on the map. So that is why what we do, therefore this distance is represented by a smaller unit. Say for example 5 centimeters on the map. So the ratio between the distance on the ground and the distance on the map is known as the scale of the map. In this case, we would write it as 5 centimeters is 200 kilometers. 500 centimeters is to 200 kilometers. Maps are always drawn to scale. So I hope you understood. So next let us learn about symbols. There is not enough space on a map to show mountains, rivers, lakes, bridges, then dams, temples, churches and railway tracks. We cannot show them exactly. So However, a map without this information would not be useful. You need to see all this information. That is why different symbols are used on a map to give us the information about the places. For example, let us see the land boundary of country is shown by thick dashes and dots in black. A city is marked by a small circle. Then let us see that what are the colors used to mark different things. So we use different colors to show various things on a map. Like example, generally maps follow a common color scheme. For example, if you see on a physical map of India, water bodies are shown in shades of blue. Light blue is used for shallow waters and darker shade of blue for deep waters. So plains or lowlands are shown in the shades of green. Highlands are shown in shades of brown. A key is given on the map to help us understand all these things. It says as index. So the color scheme and the symbols used.
So that's all for today. Hope you all understood. See you all in the next class. Till then, take care, stay safe and stay healthy.